So hey everyone, this is Nabil Khan and welcome back to another video. And in this video we are going to cover the basics of web development, and we are going to learn about the basics of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and we will also learn about what is front-end development and what is back-end development. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So now first see about the front-end development. What is front-end development? So the front-end development, or we can say that client-side development, refers to working with HTML, CSS and JavaScript for a website or a web application that allows the user to see and interact with them directly. So the part of a web page that the user can directly access or directly interact is known as front-end. The front-end development includes HTML, CSS and JavaScript. With the help of HTML, we can give the structure of our web page, and with the help of CSS, we can design or give styling to our website, and with the help of JavaScript, we can add the logics to our web page. So this is all about front-end development. So now let's see about the back-end development. So the back-end development is a term for behind-the-scene activities that are happening when you do anything on a website or a web application. So the activities on a web page that are happening behind the scenes and the user cannot interact with that activities. This is known as backend. The backend is also known as server-side application, and we can communicate through the database from our frontend or browser. So when a user submits a form, the data is sent in the form of APIs to the database. So this is about the backend development. So now let's see an example of frontend development. So in this example, the HTML is given the skeleton, the JavaScript is as brain, and CSS is the designing or styling part. So the HTML defines the structure of our web page, the CSS is the designing part, and JavaScript is the brain of our web page. So this is the example that you can take. And now let's see about the HTML. So what is HTML? The HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. And this is the full form of HTML. Some people say that HTML is a programming language, but HTML is not a programming language. It is a markup language. A markup language means a set of markup tags or HTML tags. So in HTML you can see that there are tags, there is no conditional statements or there are no loops. So HTML is not a programming language, it is a markup language, and HTML is used to structure a web page. So now let's see about CSS. What is CSS? So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet, and CSS is used to design a web page and to make the web page to look more attractive to the user. And the CSS is also used to make our web pages responsive in our mobile screens. So when we create the web page in our desktop screen, it is not responsive in our mobile screen. We cannot see the website properly in our mobile screen. So to make the web page responsive, the CSS is used. So now let's see about JavaScript. So what is JavaScript? So JavaScript is a lightweight cross-platform and interpreted compiled programming language, which is also known as scripting language for web pages. So JavaScript is lightweight and user-friendly programming language, and it is easy to learn, and it is interpreted and compiled programming language, and is also known as scripting language for web pages. So using JavaScript we can make our web pages dynamic, and we can add dynamic data to our web pages. So because JavaScript is the language of browser, it provides good control to the users and users over the web browsers. So this is all about JavaScript. So this is the basics of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. We will learn in more details in the next videos.